problem, solution. This really happened. I was asked to come and check out a drainage problem on this property. I've been there before, so 2 years had passed, and the problem still persists. So I took my time this time to look around to find out what is causing this water to back up. I didn't bother to ask whether or not the gutters were being maintained. I just assumed they were. But when I climbed up and looked in these gutters, mud, dirt, weeds. And I thought, this has to be the problem, right? I mean, the problem is obvious, but that wasn't all. This property had some drains installed in the backyard that ran down the hill. The house was sitting up on the hill, which made it very easy to drain if the drains were in the proper place. In this case, this property, at one point, when the drains were installed, the property, as far as the grass and everything, was just above the drains. Over time, the property began to shrink, or the yard began to go down. So that left some of the drains sticking up. Water could not get into the main drainage openings. So I thought, well, let me at least look inside some of the drains to see what they look like. I just had that thought. I dug up one drain, packed with mud. I couldn't believe it. And I thought, well, if this looks like that, then the other drains has to be the same. And I was right. I dug up some more drainage, packed with mud. I never seen this before. This is because of poor maintenance. This happened because of poor maintenance. Every now and then you have to take a pressure washer and flush these drains out. If not, this is going to be the end result, packed with mud and debris. Now the next problem I had was, okay, if the current drains are not draining, what can I do to get them to work? The next thing I did was to relocate the drains. Dig them up, relocate them. And this property, like I said, is setting on a hill, so it made draining possible. It's just a matter of fact, just a matter of relocating the drains and getting them positioned where it's going to work. But this is how much mud and weeds I got out those gutters right here. Unbelievable. And the drains clogged with mud. But after rearranging the drains, I ended up digging a little trench going to the side of the house down to the street. I cut one of the drainage tubes in half and just used half of it to line the front yard, the side of the yard, so this water can drain to the streets. It's one of the things I've done. And one of the few of the drainage that were coming down from the patio, I had to cut the spout and relocate where the water would flow. I did that. This is going to work. And around some of the perimeter of the sidewalk, I dug a small ditch, so when the water would come down, it had a highway to follow. Adversity too. Problem, solution. This really happened. And this is going to work. Poor maintenance will cause this. So what's the moral of the story? Maintain your property. Keep those drains clean. I mean, if you're a homeowner, you have to. And if not, the results are this baggage. When I was digging, some of the roots from a tree had choked some of the drainage and actually put pressure on them so nothing could get through. I had to dig and chop up some of the tree roots in the ground to get this drainage up. And when I did, some of it was just bent. And since it was old, some of it was cracking anyway. But you had to, this job was a job where you had to look around and examine and evaluate. And that's what I did. Backed up water, clogged drains, clogged gutters. You can't. You have to maintain that. Diversity too. Problem, solution. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.